And we're back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rosicle. My name's Nathaniel. I'm one of the hosts / the host here on the channel, and we are bringing you guys a second video of the crack and chat variety where we're... Everything okay?
Yeah, you just weren't giving me my blanket.
What am I doing with your blanket?
You were sitting on it.
What does she mean? What does she mean? Anyways, so we're making another crack and chat video where I talk about Magic, talk about the pros and cons of limited, constructed, all sorts of just chatting about Magic while we crack our packs on Arena. Mainly because what I like to do is save up the packs while going through a set, well, it's the current set. And then, because when I'm drafting it, then I can just get whatever rares while we're drafting it. And then after the fact, I typically have a bunch of packs to open. So we just opened a ton on the other account, and now we're going to open 105 plus 3 plus 9 plus 8 is 125 packs. So let's do this thing. We're not doing them one at a time. So Avatar, as I mentioned in the last video, was a pretty important set in the fact that, like, it kind of got me back into Limited. Like, I did a lot of playing Limited. There we go. Okay, I did a lot of playing Limited, did a lot of playing Draft. I can't believe that's a first on here. Wow, it just goes to show I did not play White-Black very often. But I did a lot of playing Avatar on Arena, which is interesting because I did a good bit of Edge of Eternities before Avatar. I did a lot of Avatar, and then, like, no Lorwyn, absolutely no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm hoping to get back into it with Strixhaven, but I just keep missing these sets, especially ones that I would really like. Like, I do think I really would have enjoyed doing Lorwyn, and I think I should have done more Lorwyn. But, alas, we cannot go back and change it. We do have a ton of Avatar to open, so let's see what we got. Diligent Zookeeper is a fun one. This thing can make your non-human creatures pretty good. Iroh Grand Lotus is pretty broken for all the spells you can get back with it. The last Agni Kai was just like a fight spell, right? Yeah, nothing. Earth King's Lieutenant could be pretty strong in the ally decks. Obsessive Pursuit was just like super good Phyrexian Arena, pretty much. Avatar's Wrath was okay. I don't know if this was as crazy as I once thought it was. Rise of Sozin, we talked about this on the other account, this being the Wrath. All of these mythic enchantment sagas that flipped into creatures were very powerful. This one of the strongest, if not the strongest. Ko, the Faced Stealer. This is also an extremely strong card. Enters, exile up to one other target creature. Whenever another non-target creature dies, you may exile that pair on left, choose a creature card, exile with Ko. So this was just a 6-mana 6/6 that entered and deleted something, so already very powerful. And we're never going to complain about wild cards. But I will say, as much as I love playing Avatar, it's more about the timing, right? It was less about this being an incredible set, and it was much more about this being the set that was out while I had more time come around the, like, winter season. And it was soccer that was going on during Lorwyn. I actually really enjoyed the Lorwyn, like, themes. We had a good fun time at Lorwyn Eclipse pre-release. I mean, we didn't do great at pre-release, if I remember correctly, but we had a good time. Did we get no mythics? Wow, no mythics. Ty Lee, totally fine. Southway Origin was good. Fire Lord Zuko, didn't love this one. I mean, you're probably fine to play it if you are in Mardu, but wasn't a huge fan. This one could get up there, but you had to be careful with this card. I think Sokka was pretty good. This thing was just broken. The Beifong's Bounty Hunter. That was a great one to open up. Katara was also absolutely broken. Momo was okay, but, you know, obviously early play. Avatar Destiny. Never really played this one. I don't think this one was great, but I think I saw somebody do it online that made it work. But, and Avatar's Wrath we're going to talk about. But generally speaking, you know, I think they did a really good job with this set. And I'm very hopeful to be getting into Strixhaven and being able to provide more for that on the channel for you guys. I don't know if they've come out at time of recording, which ones you guys will be seeing first, but I recorded some attempts at qualifying for the play-in, and I will spoil the fact, so spoiler alert, skip a few seconds ahead, but I did not get any of the play-ins. I had a couple okay runs, but nothing great. This talk is also really good. That's a good stock, though. Earthbender, Mechanist is solid. Fire Lord Azula was really cool. Zao was not really played limited. Unagi was strong and limited, especially because you could flash it in and typically get an eat there. This was obviously just a wrap. Avatar Aang was pretty cool as well, if you could rock it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things worth opening. Holy moly, holy guacamole, look at that. 5 mythics. Sometimes you just open strong. I'm always impressed by the fact that there's still commons and uncommons that I'm seeing first. What? No way.
That's your first lightning strike?
Apparently of the Avatar on my main account.
Embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. I guess it just goes to show how, like, quick this was taken in the set. Yeah, that's what we'll chalk it up to. Rock Oil is fine. Top is solid. Spirit, Water, Revival. You could do good stuff with that. Aang was extremely strong. Redog play, as we already talked about now. Glad that was a wild card because it was in the wrong order. This Katara was okay. I mean, it could obviously, like, double triggered abilities. If you manage to get it out, it's a fine 3-mana 3/3, but... Fervor. 2 and a red. Creatures you control have haste. I mean, sure. Sun-Baked Canyon. Pay a life, red or white. Sack this land, draw a card. Badger Mole Cub, there it is. We could make the landfall deck. Ooh, 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 ooh. If you actually pull this in real life, it's like $50, so hard to complain. Although in Arena, all 44 of my my mythic wild cards could be pulled out. I have no excuse not to make a standard, like, current standard deck with 44 mythic and 70 rare wild cards. Like, technically no excuse. The only reason I don't like doing it is because I just have to update it, like, the next week. That's the biggest thing about standard, is that the rotation is so quick these days. Are there any firsts? We might finally be at the... Okay, by the way, look, there's another lightning strike. Okay, so we have 2 of them now. Be really interested to show set completion after this. Firebender. That's my first Firebender Ascension? Dang, that's a good card too. Hakoda's really solid. Tiger Seal sucks. I'm glad that's my first Tiger Seal. Aang of Crossroads was really solid. Boiling Rock could do stuff. Jasmine Dragon Teeth. A land, but it could do some work. Secret Tunnel was a really fun land because it's a land that can't be blocked, so you could do all your earthbending onto it and then get through with some solid damage. Ooh, Prosperity. Prosperity. Each player draws X cards. And the White Lotus tile. At X-Men of any one color where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. Interesting. Alright, guys, we're halfway there. I didn't love how distant the discrepancy between... Okay, Price of Freedom is fine. This card wasn't any good. What else is new? Okay, Price of Freedom. Bitter Work. Okay, that's fine. August Small Visions was okay. Aang's Iceberg was actually really solid. Firebending Student could put in the work. Oh, I forgot that this existed. Yeah, there's one of every. There's a cycle of lands, because there's, like, Bossing Say. Mai was fine. Sozin's Comet was not playable in limited. Oh, I saw a first. What was it this time? It's my first invasion submission. Oh my god. I'm being exposed that I just never got any of the good cards. This thing's great. This thing's a bounce. And then later, it can be a creature. And you could waterbend it to be a creature. Or no, you had to waterbend it to be a creature, but it was still, like, crazy good. 4-time protest is just solid. Raven Eagle is incredible. Did not like this one. Totally fine that that's my first. Aha, Legend of Yang Chen. This one was... I don't know if this is as strong as the others, but it's still stupid powerful. I think it's still stupid powerful. But yeah, Lorwyn was really exciting. I think that I'm having a lot of fun with... Strixhaven so far. I've been enjoying watching it. There's a ton of tank that we didn't have before. Okay. Now it's just lying. Because I've seen 3 of these now. So now it's just making shit up. Well, anyways. Who knows what it's on. But anyways, I really have enjoyed... I didn't love... Oh, that's what set I'm missing. Between Edge of Eternities and Avatar. Spider-Man. I forgot about Spider-Man. Because it wasn't even called Spider-Man on Arena. That's the set that I'm not thinking of. I was like, man, did it really go Edge of Eternities into Avatar? Nope. It went Edge of Eternities into Spider-Man, into Avatar, then into Lorwyn, which is why Lorwyn was such a breath of fresh air, because we had 2 universes beyond back-to-back in Spider-Man and Avatar, which Avatar was by far the better one. By far. And I don't even think I would have loved Spider-Man even if the Spider-Man cards were on Arena. I don't think I saw any new cards there. Oh, we got a Bossing Sight. We already had one. First Lion Turtle, maybe. Mechanist was really solid. Suki could do some good work. Absolutely. This one wasn't great either. Earthbender Ascension could get the job done. Spirit Water Revival we've had a couple times now. I wanted this one to be really, really, really good. I don't know if it really ever was that good, but I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be. Ozai the Phoenix King was just broken. I mean, this was just a guaranteed win, basically, if you managed to play it. 6 mana, 7/7, trample, haste, firebending 4, and then you can give him indestructible and flying. What? Oh, and talk about powerful. Boomy Unleashed is also insane. 5 mana, 5/4. When it enters, you earthbend 4. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you untap all lands you control, and you get an additional combat phase. Only land creatures can attack during that combat phase. Not as good as the Phoenix King. I think that card genuinely is like top 30 next. Wow. Supposedly, I didn't have a White Shrine or a June up to now. Nagi, we've already talked about. Oh, bunch of questionably cards. These ones are really good. Day of Black Sun's fine. Oh, United Front was insane. I know I've pulled it on this account before, but it was still insane. And last but certainly not least, 5 more packs. Hey, we still got a Mythic. Apparently we didn't have a Meteor Sword yet. Momo, Last of Time, Diabetic Student, Elemental Teachings, and last but certainly not least. Oh, okay, so constructed only, but very interesting card. Secret of Bloodbending. And that was Avatar. So then we move into Lorwyn. Like I said, I'm not going to be opening up Strixhaven. These ones are Lorwyn Alchemy, which I always find really interesting to read the like alchemy-only effects. And they start at uncommon. So when the start fact enters, seek a creature card of the most prevalent creature type in your library. Tap. Seek means put one at random. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Craterous Stomp deals 3 damage to target creature opponent controls. Each other creature that player controls becomes a coward in addition to its other types, and gains this creature can't block giants or warriors. It's a kindred instant. That's really cool. Oh, kindred sorcery. We saw this one in the other video. I didn't even think about it being a kindred sorcery. And Reflective Rhymekin. 3 mana, 3/2. When this creature enters, you get a 1-time boon with when you cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 3 or less, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Very interesting. Alright, let's look at our rares. Adaptive Armorer, 2 and 2 white, Vigilance, 4/3. When it enters, draft a card. Yeah, that's what they did. They did this spell book. Yeah, look at these. So you have a chance to get any of these cards. Right? Draft a card from Spellbook and put it onto the battlefield. When an equipment enters this way, attach it to target creature you control. So it's 4 mana, get this guy, and get one of these equipment attached to them. And I mean, some of these are really solid. Some of these are okay. But all probably worth it for 4 mana. We had this one the last time. This is the elf that keeps coming back. Oh, we had this one last time too. Wow, very similar pulls. Extremely. All right, let's take a look at actual Lorwyn. This is a set that I regret somehow. No mythics? Wow, 9 packs, man. This is a set that I regret not playing more of so much. Because, I mean, this just looks so cool. I talked about it last time, but just shout out to Magic artists. Like, they make some of the prettiest, most phenomenal art. Look at this guy. Mischievous Sneakling. That is a Mischievous Sneakling if I've ever seen a Mischievous Sneakling. Thank you, Ron Spears.
Me, when I want to be treated.
Exactly. Except you're beautiful and gorgeous. Rooftop Percher. Just a chillin'. Look at the little cat back here. Okay, this is complete because of the cat. Nils Ham. Feed the flames. Like, look at that. It's eating him. That's so cool. You're telling me that's not one of the cutest little runaway togethers? The only one that I think is better is the one with them sailing in the boat from Bloomburrow, the like frog and Aw. But if you know what I'm talking about, the one from Bloomburrow, that one is my favorite. Like, I would actually probably frame that art, the little like running away in the boat together. But this one, also great. Like, shout out to the art in this set. Phenomenal work. Absolutely phenomenal work. Like, this is the kind of art that gets you into a game. Like, you see this and you're like, oh, I want to know what this is. I want to know what this is doing. And they nailed it. I do not have time to read all of these. I mean, come on. Tweeze. And he's pulling the nose hair. So cute. So cute. I mean, some of it's a little weird, but that's the whole point of Lorwyn. So. All the changelings. Hey, we got Abigail last time as well. Ah, oh, what a pretty land. I forgot they did the Shocklands as well in this. That is such a pretty version of Hallowed Fountain. And see, now every Hallowed Fountain I ever get, because this is how Arena works, now that I have one of these, I can make them all this art. I believe is how that works. And then I have a another. Tam Mindful first. Oh! I didn't realize this is another one of the students. This is Tam. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. Tap, target creature you control becomes all covered. Huh. That's very powerful as well. Steam Vents. It's a pretty Steam Vents. Formidable Speaker. This card's very powerful. This one's like constructed sought after, right? Whenever it enters, you may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Yep. Yup. Just discard a card, go get any card. We got another Tam. Sig, Wanderwine Wisdom, which is one of the flip cards. There is way too much written on this card, by the way. Collective Inferno. 5 mana, convoke, choose a creature type, double all damage that sources you control of the chosen type would deal. That's pretty cool. And we got another Sig. Wow, a lot of duplicates. But still very pretty. And last but certainly not least, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The magiciest of all the magic sets. Ashley is making faces over there because she thinks I look like a turtle. He's just not a big turtle. Hey, we did get a mythic this time. I mean, I won't lie. The art is still very pretty. It's just very Turtles themes. Which is fine. Like, I don't hate on. Oh, Ice Cream Kitty. That's kind of cute. Look at the food cat mutant. She smiled. The set did something right. Omni Cheese Pizza. High Flying Ace. Uneasy Alliance. Grounded for Life. Oh, it's a, Of course I know what you did. You always do precisely what I told you not to do. That's crazy. That does sound like Splinter, though. And this is just like a Johnny's from... What's it called? Strixhaven now. But some pretty cool stuff. A lot of repeats because there are less to go around. Spicy oatmeal pizza. We got the everything pizza on the other account. Karai, Future of the Foot. Baxter, Stockman. Koya, Death from Above. Wingnut Bat on the Belfry. Mikey and Leo, Chaos and Order. I love it. Whenever you put a counter on a creature you control, draw a card. We had this one and the other one. Michelangelo Weirdness to it. Turncoat Kanochi. Transdimensional Bovine. 0/4 Flying Ox, tap to add mana of any one. Add 2 mana of any one color. Oh, that does seem useful still. Southwind Avatar. Death Touch, 4 mana, 3/4. Whenever another creature you control dies, you gain life equal to its toughness. Huh, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Oh, I thought we were actually going to get a mythic card. And boom, that's Secret to Strixhaven. So before we split off here, I will quickly take a look over here. And this is where you guys can see there are very clearly sets that I collect and sets that I don't. I have 0% Strixhaven collection. Versus 96% Avatar. Look at this. Wow, we have 4 of every common. Which means I think I already had enough of Lightning Bolt. But like we're missing 4 mythics, we're missing 1 rare, and we're missing 5 uncommons. Like that's it. And if we go here to, I think it's in Dex, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, it is. You go to Collection. And then you can go to Avatar. It's in here. So you go to like filters, and then you can go here. You can go, oh, I want Avatar: The Last Airbender. And then I want not collected. And then I hit OK. And so we'll see here, I don't have any Appa. I don't have any Walls of Bossing Say. No Phoenix Fleet airships. No The Cave of Two Lovers. No, wow, no Renenshaw. That's kind of surprising. And then none of the green shrines. None of the Legend of Kyoshi. This one's really good. No Professor Zai. No Guru Patik. And no Energy Bending. And that's it. Those are the only cards that I do not have in Avatar. If you do something like... you go down here. And we found Foundations. Well, these are going to be all the Foundations cards that came out in the starter collection, so this actually isn't a good reference. But I have all of Foundations, so it wouldn't show up. But if I go to, say, Lorwyn, you'll notice it is a lot of cards. Lot of cards that I do not have. Whole lot. And that's because here we have set completion. And that's where we can see. So I have 92% for Edge of Eternities because it's a set that I played a lot of. I have 96% for Avatar. And then the rest of them, eventually you end up getting like a fair percentage just because of like packs that you end up getting. So like I already have 20, wow. Already have 24% of Turtles because it is a small set. But I have 0 for Strixhaven. And that's how it is. But yeah, we are building up the Strixhaven backlog of packs now. We've got 16 already. Obviously, we'll be getting more. I do think I'll be getting the Mastery Pass. And I think you guys will be sending some more Road to Mythic soon, which, as you can see, we are starting fresh. That is a bronze tier 4. So we will see you guys in those videos or whatever else comes next. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Any and all of it is greatly appreciated. And we will see you guys in whatever comes next. Until then, may those rolls be ever in your favor. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye, y'all.